everyone has an opinion, you know, and you know what? I don't have a problem with that. Because
as a matter of fact, everyone has so much opinion, Gosh, that I literally think if I put a tattoo on my face, it would be 2 cents. Like literally that would be it. 2 in the C with like 2 cents because literally everybody's got 2 cents on everybody.
Yeah.
And based on my thesis that hip hop rules the world, it's probably a $50 billion company if you.
What's your thesis?
Hip hop rules the world.
Fucking with you, bro.
Moving it quick, trying to get rich and I'm dodging these things. Got head in the Uber, they call me your list. She pissed, but it is what it is, what it is. Girl, I'm stuck up in my ways, yeah. Get the fuck out of my face. My heart going up and down when it's you I see. All these girls so salty cause y'all so sweet. You ain't the one that I want, you the one I need. Telling your friends that you're really not in love with me. You can keep on ranting, but I know.
And I ain't gonna lie, I've been kind of blasting this kid's shit.
Goodbye.
I say all the time, like you know, like hate wins halftime, and love wins the fourth quarter.
Exactly.
And that's why, like, you know, that's why I always I just think about life that way. So many people judge it like it's like your music career.
Yeah.
You can't judge it yet.
It's just starting, man.
It's just starting. But the reality is, and you know this, and you definitely know this, like, and you definitely like one album comes out, 2 albums, a record, like people are judging.
Yeah.
Like it's over or you made it. It goes both ways.
Yeah.
One hit wonders, first song out.
Yeah.
Like plenty of people start hovering business, right?
Yeah.
The amount of people who first song out, one hit wonders, like that was the best thing they ever did is a lot.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot more of those than people realize.
Man, it sucks, especially like men, like everyone has an opinion, you know, and you know what? I don't have a problem with that because
as a matter of fact, everyone has so much opinion, Gosh, that I literally think if I put a tattoo on my face, it would be 2 cents. Like literally that would be it. 2 in the C with like 2 cents because literally everybody's got 2 cents on everybody.
Yeah.
And my big thing and the reason I think I'm gonna win the whole fucking thing is I just don't hear it.
Yeah.
I'm being serious. And it goes both ways.
Yeah.
Like literally in my comments or people talking, like even 2 people having dinner, one thinks goat, one thinks full of shit.
Yeah.
I read it every day.
It's true. I mean, you know what, bro? Like I was watching this thing on the other day randomly. I'm on YouTube all the time, and I was watching because I love documentaries.
Me too.
But some random shit popped up, and it was like Britain's worst attitude. Like you know that show, like Britain's something, whatever, and. There's this dude with an attitude, whatever, who comes on stage and he's cursing everyone. I'm watching Kelly Rowland tell him, she said, because this is corny, but what she said was really cool. She said,
by the way, I love her.
Yeah, I've never met her.
I've never met her too. Yeah. I talk to her all the time on social, but I've never met her yet.
She said to him, she goes, because the guy's cursing the fans out. Yeah. And she was like, you see how everyone has an opinion in this room? This is the business. You signed up. This is the game. And if you can't handle it, this is not for you. You lost.
It's so funny. I posted yesterday. I'm like, look, if you're losing, that's your fault.
Yeah. You can't point the finger and blame anyone else.
Because if you're like, oh, the game's just rigged, it means you didn't figure out how to figure out the game.
Yeah. You gotta play the game.
In the music game, it's all the same shit. People are like, oh, fuck playlists on Spotify. I'm like, you mean radio stations? You mean MTV? You mean The Source? You mean Dick Clark? You mean Ed Sullivan? There's always a platform.
Yeah.
Elvis and the Beatles figured out it was Ed Sullivan. Madonna and Prince figured out it was MTV. So did Puff Daddy later with TRL. The motherfucker ran into the Carson studio every day.
That's crazy.
Like, if you don't understand Instagram and Snapchat and SoundCloud and Spotify, then you're not fucking gonna win.
True, it's very true.
Like, sorry.
100%.
Like, if you don't understand, like, getting your music into bloggers and fucking, like, if you don't like that, if you think that's bobo or bullshit or whack, cool, then you're out.
It's true, like, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like a person that really wants it will find a way.
100%. And people that say like, oh, I'm not gonna sell out. No, you mean that you're insecure for real and you're not willing to do what it takes.
Yeah.
That's what I hear when people are like, I'm not gonna sell out. I'm like, what does that mean? Because selling out means you're taking $1.
That's not selling out.
So if you're not selling out, that means you're going for free. That means you're gonna be Gandhi. So don't talk to me about you're gonna be a musician and not sell out.
Yeah.
Of course you're gonna sell out. You take $1 fucking, you sold the fuck out.
That's true.
What you're saying actually is like the system isn't putting you on and you're not good enough to win in the current system. So you want to shit on mumble rap? Cool. You want to sit on fucking cosigns? Cool. You want to shit on SoundCloud? Cool. But guess what?
You're and you're alone. Yeah, it's true.
And by the way, if you can do it so well, if you can be the biggest act in the world, if you can do it your way, do it your way.
Yeah.
But my big thing is like show me. Like results are results.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, bro, like, you know, it's been like almost 10 years now for me, you know, coming into the game. You know how, like, I don't know if you know too much, but like, you know, it's crazy. Like, you know, coming to this country was crazy enough, you know what I'm saying? I was born in Libya and I traveled 24 countries to get here. Like when we came here, like we were in a shelter. And then my father and my whole family, my dad worked at a synagogue, 2 synagogues. We found a way to live as a super in a building at like 1-bedroom apartment, all 5 of us for like so long, you know what I'm saying?
I do know this, and I don't know if you know, like that's so much of my story as well.
Yeah, he was telling me that.
Like I got out of the Soviet Union for political asylum for being Jewish.
Wow, I know that.
We moved from Belarus to Austria, Austria to Italy, Italy to America.
It sounds like my story. That's crazy. I lived in all those countries.
Highest was the Jewish foundation that got us out. Could be the same one as you. Like
that's crazy.
I went to those same places. I lived in Queens in a studio apartment with 8 family members.
Wow.
My great grandfather, Shia, when he came to America, had $88. He went directly to the synagogue and gave it all to them because he couldn't practice religion in the Soviet Union for 50 fucking years.
That's crazy, bro.
So
that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's very similar to me. So then you do understand, like. And then like the music business, like I went to school, I dropped out of school, had a full scholarship to play football, and then I dropped out.
To where?
I went to a school, Massachusetts, AIC.
I love it.
Yeah, and I left. After I left, I was like, what do I do now? So I had my friends, Mike and Dave, help me out, and they were like, yo, let's just do the music thing, whatever. So I dropped out, and then next thing you know, the CD didn't take off as I expected it. And my parents were like, either get a job or go back to school. I'm not letting you live in the house. So I found myself in the New York City street selling my CD with a big ass jacket on. I just keep pushing. And then, you know, I had a job at Billabong and that shit was trash. And then I got fired. And then when I got fired, I took my last check and I was like, this is it. It's my last check. Either I record my last song, stop music, go back to school because my parents weren't having it, or I just cop those Jordan 3s and get ready for college. So no joke, I went and recorded my last song. It was a song called Who Made Me, and I put it out, whatever, and then that's
How'd you put it out?
I just put it out on YouTube.
Okay, and that's what I want to know.
No joke, dude, it didn't like change my life, but it was funny because like that Sunday night, me and my mother were together and I was supposed to go Monday and register for school. It came on the radio, the same song. It came on the radio while I'm driving my mom's to work at that late shift. Yeah, fucking Rosenberg played it. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like it was a sign for me not to quit. You know what I mean? And I felt like that was a sign, so I pulled over, I started crying. My mom started crying for me. She was so happy for me. And I was like, I'm not going back to school. And she was like, what do you mean? I said, I'm not going back. I was like, this is a sign. I was like, I gotta keep going.
I love it.
And then next thing you know,
when you fucking win that Grammy, you better be like, Rosenberg.
Yeah, I need to give him a shout out.
You do, you have to, you have to.
I mean, there's so many people that have helped me in the process.
Of course, but he deserves it.
Yeah, definitely.
definitely.
I'm about to see him today.
You better fucking kiss him in the mouth.
Yeah, so I was like,
I'm serious, man. Like I believe in that shit.
Yeah, for a fact, man. And that changed everything because I was like, all right, I'm not gonna quit. I put it out. Then I put out another song and I got signed to Jason Flom. Mm-hmm. And I signed for like $5,000.
Of course.
And then I didn't read the contract, which was stupid. Make sure you're on your lawyers. I went to Aspen, Colorado, and I thought I was on, man. I thought I was on.
Right, you made it.
I thought I made it because I was in Aspen and I.
You know what's so funny about the music world for me? It's so similar to the VC world that I came up in, like investing. So many kids celebrate when they get their funding.
Yeah.
There's a really interesting clip. I was on a Bloomberg show and like it was like a competition show, and you know like MTV Road Rules, they like bring everybody back. So it was like the Bring Back show, and they were all there like 6 months later, and the teams would go around and be like, and since the show we raised $2 million, and the crowd would go crazy. And then one team was like, yeah, so we didn't raise any money, we just like started getting customers, and we're doing okay. Like it's working. Silence. I lost my shit. I was like, this is why this whole thing's fucked. we're clapping for people who haven't done shit, but they raised some money.
Yeah.
AKA they gave up a piece of their business and control.
Yeah.
One team fucking is grinding and making money and none of you got love for them. I'm like, fuck this.
Yeah.
It's the same way I think about signing. All these kids think when they sign, they did it.
Yeah.
Popping champagne, their boys, you did it. You didn't do shit.
Yeah.
9 out of 10 times you signed a dick contract.
Yeah.
That's gonna take you 4 years to get the fuck out of if God forbid something good happens.
Oh my God.
99% of you are gonna put out shit music that nobody's ever gonna give a fuck about. So we need to, in the culture,
That's so true though, 'cause
we need to, in the culture of the music industry, start realizing they get signed is an important milestone. I don't want to shit on people's parades.
Yeah.
But let's contextualize it.
Like you only don't sign unless you're super fucking lit. And you know what? And you need
Have
the
the
money.
leverage.
Yeah, and you have the leverage, and you're going in there with your rules because yo, bro, I signed for $5,000. It was the worst deal ever. I couldn't get out of it. And then next thing you know, man, I'm like struggling, and my girl at the time goes, come to the club, just chill out and get your mind off, whatever. I go to the club on 14th and I'm like walking and waiting on the line and the kid grabs my jacket and goes, oh my God, I'm a huge fan. I just heard you on the radio. I sing too. And I said, cool, bro. And I'll go inside the club, I come out, I see him again. And he's like, yo, man, I'm really a singer. I'm gonna be on a TV show, Dancing with the Stars. I sing. I was like, all right, cool. And then next thing you know, I connected that person with Jason Flom, and I asked Jason Flom to drop me, so I got him that artist, and I swapped out and got out of my deal, flew out to LA, started working, and
That's crazy.
Nothing happened for me. That whole week in LA, I did like 10 songs. I used all those songs for my album, and then on top of that, I worked on DJ Snake's album, which was my come up, like my first spark, you know. But I wasn't on. I was on an album with Bieber, Skrillex, Travis Scott, Quavo. I was on a song with Travis Scott, Quavo on DJ Snake's album. I did 2 big songs on that album, and then I was still home doing nothing. And then I got in trouble with the cops, I got in trouble with the law. See, this is what happens when you have a lot of time in your hands. I got in trouble in Brooklyn, and
so want to send all these fuckers to garage sale and thrift stores and just flip and make money. I'm not joking. I'm obsessed right now with getting people to flip. I think, to your point, sitting around is trouble in 2 ways.
Yeah.
There's people who are from the streets and will really get in trouble.
Yeah.
Like the cops.
Yeah.
And then there's people in trouble and they don't realize they're in trouble, AKA they're watching 6 hours of Netflix and playing 2K.
Yeah, and getting fat.
They're in trouble, they just don't know they're in trouble.
Yeah.
So I'm pushing everybody like, yo, go to the fucking thrift store, buy a t-shirt for $1, post it on eBay, make 20, fall in love with flipping.
That's what my friend does, actually. That's crazy.
Because your friend's, I'm a big fan of that because it keeps you busy. Because it takes up
toys.
That's
too.
all. Look.
Yeah,
who do you think you're talking to?
That's crazy.
Like this, I used to buy Captain Lou for 25 cents and sell it for $8 on eBay and be happy as fuck.
Yeah, that's crazy.
The thrill of the hunt.
That's crazy.
The thrill of the hunt.
Yeah. So
anyway, you got in trouble.
I ended up getting the warrant. So I went to Iceland.
Yep.
I did a show in Iceland. Got money. Went to LA, and then, bro, I couldn't come back here. So I did the song. I did the song Disrespectful, and then, bro, that's when my life changed, bro. I got invited to do a session. I didn't want to.
So literally, the warrant forced you to be in this place where you like.
And then the case got dropped. Case got dropped. I fly back. This is how I actually made it. This is how I got on. I'll tell you this right now. This is what changed my life. I went to LA. I didn't want to do the sessions. I thought those 2 kids were like, whatever, corny. I didn't want to do it. And I was like, fuck it. And then I'm driving. I get a text, are you coming to the session? I forgot about the session. But I had to take a shit. And at the time, I was like, yo, I don't got no one or no friends here. I'm about to just go take a shit and just chill. So I went, took a shit.
You literally had to take a shit.
I had to take a shit and I was hungry. So I was like, yo, because I'm always going into people's fridges at the time. I had nothing. So I go and I'm driving my friend Rory's Prius. I go and I'm like,
fuck it, I can shit and get a burger.
Get a burger or whatever. I go
banana,
take a shit,
whatever
and
the fuck they have.
And I swear they knocked on the door like, yo, hello? Like, yo, are you ready? Because I was in the bathroom for like 30 minutes on the phone, using their Wi-Fi, taking a shit. And I was just like, they were like, yo, are you ready? And I was like, fuck, I forgot that I had to do a session. So I jump in the booth and I freestyle. And I come out, I leave, peace, we out, get the song. Song's dope. I go, my sister calls me, case got dropped. Fuck yeah. I hop on the plane.
Change your whole shit.
Yeah, change my mind. Now I'm focused.
Now you're focused.
I come to New York, I see my sister, my mom, played them the record. Like, so what you been doing in LA? How's music going? I'm like, yo, it's cool. I did this song. Boom, I play it, and I'm turning up, and I'm dancing to the song. And my sister going, yeah, recording me.
Wait a minute.
And I posted it on Instagram, and I had 300,000 fucking views and 600 comments in like such a short amount of time. And I was like, what the fuck? That's never happened to me before. So I'm like, all right, cool. And then I get a call, and the boy's like, hey, you want to perform? Queens, come to Queens tomorrow night. So I'm like, all right, fuck it, let's do it. I need the bag. So I go, and next thing you know, dude, my DJ plays it. The last song, he plays that song. It hasn't even dropped. And everyone says, get the fuck out of my face. And they're singing the song from the Instagram. And that's when I knew, it was like, yo, this shit's a fucking banger. I put it out, bro. I put it out. Shit hit like 20 million. And then it kept going up and going up. I got meetings. And you know, it's crazy. I ended up signing with Roc Nation. But even before then, Jay-Z threw my mixtape in the garbage.
Of course. He throws 99 points. He has to.
I know.
He hasn't
I'm
had
not mad
time.
at him.
I know you're
I'm
not mad
happy
at him.
for him, you know?
He's got no time.
Yeah.
It's not personal.
Yeah,
it's
no,
reality.
It's not, but it's like amazing the fact that he did.
Dude, he's thrown mixtapes in the garbage of the people that have gone and become the biggest stars in the world. You don't think over the last 10 years, every fucking rapper has tried to put their mixtape into Jay-Z's hands before they went out and sold out stadiums?
Yeah.
You know how many things I passed on? I didn't even answer the Airbnb email. Dear Gary, we want you to invest in Airbnb. If I answer that email and give 25K, I make 100 million. I didn't even answer it. I passed on Uber twice, would have made 400 million. Fuck music, it happens everywhere.
That's crazy.
That's the game.
Yeah, that's, it sucks.
Guess what? If you didn't have to take that shit, you wouldn't be sitting here right now.
Exactly,
Like,
it's
people
true.
don't get it. People don't get it.
Yeah,
this is
for real.
why when everybody gets mad at me saying to rappers, put out more music,
Yeah.
like, Gary Vee, you always say the same shit to everybody, because it's fucking true.
Yeah, you never know.
You're one piece of content away from every single thing changing, and people are sitting around in their living rooms, in their basements, in their garage, and with their boys being like, that's not a banger. So you mean you're just not gonna put it out?
Yeah.
You mean to tell me that you saved up, worked at fucking Foot Locker, saved up, took the fucking subway, saved up, went into fucking studio, paid some half-ass producer to do something, saved up, and then you and your three fuck-faced friends are just gonna sit there and be like, it's not good enough, we're not gonna put it out? The fuck's the matter with you?
Yeah, that's OD. Yeah,
My guy, that's what everybody does.
That sucks.
That's what every single one of you does.
It's whack. I
Put the fucking music, if you made it, put it out.
yeah,
You know why I let them record everything? Cause it's me.
yeah.
Good? Cool. Dumb? Cool. Great? Cool.
Yeah.
2 fucking cents.
Yeah.
I don't care. And if musicians didn't care and realized musicians, artists are insecure by nature.
Yeah.
So you made something and then you fucking critique your own shit and you shit on it before anybody heard it. The whole system's broken, and now we got the internet. This isn't about having to get signed, printing fucking shit on cassettes or physical devices, having the Virgin Mega Store have to buy. That world is over.
Yeah.
You fucking clip, Instagram, boom, game over.
Game over.
What do you think happened to Bieber? What do you think happened to Lil Yachty? What the fuck is everybody doing here? Do people understand what's happening? The answer is no, especially in the music industry. Put out the fucking music.
I agree.
The end.
I feel like I've had so many chances, so many lives in the business. Like so many lives. You always have lives in this business.
Couldn't agree more, man.
2 Chainz is a good example.
Titty Boy was Titty Boy.
You gotta reinvent yourself.
People don't know.
I know.
Tell us about your Young and Unhappy track. Like, what's the
Oh shit,
mentality?
I'm putting that out. That's crazy
Yeah.
that you asked that. I'm putting that out. Can I get a water?
Yeah.
I'm putting that out. Actually today.
Today?
Yeah, that's crazy. So I did this song called We Are Too Young to Be Unhappy.
Okay.
And I just feel like,
First quarter.
Yeah, I do a lot of drugs,
First quarter.
you know what I'm saying? And I cut off on it because I'm like slowly, I get anxiety, you know what I'm saying? I got anxiety right now.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But I try to keep it cool.
Right.
But like, I just feel like,
But hacking at why, instead of using Band-Aids, is the game.
yeah,
Everybody's doing all sorts of things for anxiety, depression, things of that nature. And that's like putting the Band-Aid on it
Yeah.
versus attacking why. And
Yeah.
that's why 2 cents matters to me. Because when I think about why, it has a whole lot to do with other people's voices.
Yeah, there's a lot of reasons why.
Of course.
You know,
There's
but I just feel like, man, like, you know, man, it's like, you know, I have a lot going on, man, and like, you know, I have my whole family on me, you know, I got
Other people's voices.
Yeah, man, I got people to feed, man. Like I got
Other people's voices, my guy.
Yeah. So I got a lot of shit to take care of, you
Guess
know?
what? That's the fucking game.
Yeah, and
You know how Kelly Rowland said?
Yeah.
That's the game of life.
it's the
Fuck
game
the
of
music.
life. Yeah. And
That's the game of life.
And you know what, man? Sometimes it becomes stressful. Sometimes it becomes too much.
For everyone. For everyone.
Yeah.
There's nobody walking around saying cool,
Exactly.
and everybody deals with it different.
100%.
The best part to your point is the evolution.
Yeah.
Fuck yesterday. Fuck how you dealt with it yesterday.
Yeah.
What about today and tomorrow, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
That's the power of that conversation.
And I've gotten so good at controlling it. You understand?
Of course.
Like I hate elevators. You know what I mean? Like,
Yep.
I hate them.
I believe
and,
you.
And I call my album Stairs because my life has been stairs. I have a stairs
I see it.
because it's like life is stairs because it's so. Thank you so much. Because it's so easy going up, going down, but it's so hard going up. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
The elevator's broken, you come from a grocery store with your bags, you mind walking up, but you don't mind walking down. And that's what life is. Life is stairs to me because it's so fucking hard going up. It's so
You know,
easy.
it's so funny. It's so
Falling
funny
off.
for me. I'm so reverse of that, gosh. It's
Really?
Yeah, man. I really love eating shit. I swear to God. As a matter of fact, I sabotage myself. I love I don't. This is why I keep thinking about this. This is why these conversations are so fun for me.
Yeah.
Man, I wish people loved eating shit and being hate on like I do.
I mean,
And you know, and I'm not saying I got answers or like, you know,
Yeah,
I'm trying
yeah.
to hack too.
Yeah.
We're all trying to hack.
yeah.
So I record everything. Maybe one day by accident, I got something for somebody. Like, boy, do I love walking. I want the elevator broken every time. I get
Yeah.
excited.
You guys have a similar outlook on YouTube comments.
Who? Him and I?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, bro. I love it though. You know what I'm saying? I've gotten to a point where I love everything that's coming at me
Because it's valuable.
because it's amazing. Bro,
I'm
honestly,
glad they even have thoughts. When people are like, oh, I hate all these, like, Gary, how do you deal with all negative comments? I'll look at the person and I'm funny. I'll look, 2 minutes. I'm like, this person gets 800 positive comments that you're gorgeous or you're smart or your music's amazing and gets 3 bad ones. Or 19 bad ones and 800 good, and I'm like,
yeah.
it's like how do I deal with the hate easily? Like, I feel bad for the person leaving the hate. I'm glad that they're even paying attention.
Yeah.
I'm glad they're even paying attention, and if they're leaving hate, where I go is like, fuck man, I hope they're okay, because if you have time to go on YouTube and
Yeah.
shit on somebody else's life,
Yeah.
your life's fucked.
Your life's trash.
Trash.
And every time I do click on the person leaving a hate comment, they have like the shittiest outfit on. And it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, why are you even talking to me, dog? Like,
It's beyond that, man. When I click on them, because I look too, like, you can see the negativity and depression and the dark and the anger across all
but
the
it's really
content.
love, you know that.
Of course. And by the way, if you reply, that negativity goes into love in 14 seconds.
Oh my God, I got proof. I got screenshots, you know?
I wrote a whole book about it in 2011 called
Really?
Thank You Economy.
Oh my God, I need
That
that.
is the thesis.
I need that.
We'll give it to you. Can we tell the team to find one? Like,
That's
it's the
so
thesis.
funny. That's hilarious. That's what it's all about, man.
100.
And you know what, man? That's so dope because you know what? I didn't know too much about you.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And because I'm so focused
You're on your shit.
Yeah,
I
I'm
get
on
it.
my shit. But I've always seen your face and I've always seen you around and I'm always hitting you up on DM.
Yeah,
We always
yeah,
hit each other up.
yep.
And it's just amazing to like have to sit down with you and kind of like have this connection now. You know what I'm saying?
nice.
It's
Me too.
amazing
For me
because
too.
I can actually relate to you. And I feel like out of everyone that I've met in this business, whatever, in this world,
Yep.
that's like in the
Yep.
circle, I think you're
We
the
have a
only,
similar-
You're the only one that I could relate to in any way. Because everyone's like, I was born on this block and then I just went down the street. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, cool. And then that's amazing to hear somebody that say like, yeah, I lived here, here, here. I had to get here, here. It's like, whoa. It's like, all right, cool.
For the same reason.
Exactly.
Persecution. People don't get it.
I think that's what makes us go so hard.
100%. Both my grandfathers spent 10 years in jail for being Jewish.
That's crazy.
Real shit.
Yeah.
So like, listen, I think it's a big advantage for me. Not most white people can like come, if you're an American, you're white, you're not gonna understand that framework.
Yeah.
And by the way, I didn't live it. So like, I'm not even gonna go there, but like, it's in the DNA of my life.
Yeah.
It's the structure. Like I lived in a household that was Soviet.
Yeah.
The reason I tell nobody to complain is I've never heard my parents complain about shit. I'm fucking foreign to complaining. I watched my parents have nothing, like, and never have a peep of complaining.
So you're like,
I'm just like, what the fuck? You're complaining that Starbucks gave you the wrong milk? Like, I'm in line and like, what the fuck? I asked for skim milk. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. I'm gonna walk over right now and kill you because this is ludicrous shit.
Yeah.
Or like, I missed the train.
Yeah.
I'm like, cool. The next one's coming. like.
Stop complaining.
Stop complaining.
Yeah. Yeah. I like. Yeah.
Dude, complaining is like, I'm all on it now. Like, I'm just gonna like, if you're crying, it's your fault.
I agree.
Like, I have a million, my whole life is problems. I have 900 employees, I have a big company. It's all problems.
But that's because it goes back to me telling you the Jay-Z story. Like he looked at me and he said, "What's your name?" Because I was on the line with Decoded.
Yeah.
So he put out the book.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I bought the book. I got the book off. I took $1 off everybody online.
Yeah.
And hopped on the line, bought the book, and I get there. I put my mixtape in it. He goes, "Yo, what's up? Haha, what's your name?" I said, "Gashi." And he goes, "Dope." Signs it, grabs my mixtape, throws it in the garbage, goes, "Have a good day." And I grab it and I'm smiling, but I'm tearing. And I'm walking back to the train, happy as fuck that he touched my CD and threw it out in the garbage. And if I were to complain and say, fuck this, fuck that, and be angry,
That's what everybody does,
I
guys.
would have never signed to him 8 years later.
And for me, what the chemicals in my body go like this. Like, if that happened to me and I've had my versions of it, my chemicals go in a very funny place, which is like, yo, I got so much respect for Hove, but I'm gonna fucking kill him. Like I get crazy. In a good way.
Yeah.
Like, I have empathy for Hove. I'm like, that's his life. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Comma. My whole life's about commas.
Yeah.
Comma, motherfucker. I'm gonna make a song that's gonna be downloaded 10 billion times, and in that song, I'm gonna make a reference to this moment. Fuck you.
Yeah.
That's how I get.
I didn't take it that far. I didn't take it there.
But by the way, that's the point. The point is everybody's gonna do shit different.
Yeah.
But the only thing that's not acceptable is crying about it.
Yeah, 100%. But I was so happy. And you need to understand at the time I was super young too.
Of course.
And I was still like excited. I was
course.
like, damn, I wish did I do something wrong? But not understanding 8 years later, I don't
Here
take
you are.
CDs.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Of course. Look, everybody's entitled. Everybody's hoping.
Yeah.
Everybody's wishing.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks they're special. And it's all right. Comma, then have respect to the other thing too.
Yeah. No, but I ended up being friends. Like we ended up working, and it's like, damn, if I would have ruined that relationship, got on Twitter and started bitching, that would have just made the process worse. It's like saying things like, "Oh, I can't wait anymore. I'm quitting," as if quitting makes the
Like anybody gives a fuck.
Like,
Can we just save time for everybody because this might be you might use it. Cool.
Yeah, quitting does not speed the process.
Tweet it. I'm quitting. Fuck you. Fuck the world. I'm not from this life. Nice.
Have a good day.
Who's gonna care? Your mother and your sister? Cool, bounce. Like what? Like nobody gives a fuck.
Yeah.
Like,
Life goes on, like, you know what I'm saying?
Like fucking,
people are
like-
dying
like-
and shit, and we're still like moving on, like
the greatest. Like Michael Jackson dies.
and
And then
the world
like
still
24
goes.
hours, we give love, and like maybe you get a week if you're an all-time legend. All time. Nobody's talking about John McCain today. Nobody's talking about David Bowie today. Nobody's talking about Prince today. Prince. In today's world, you get 48 hours on social media if you're an all-time. And then everybody's back to their fucking
That
life.
fucking sucks.
No, it's actually beautiful.
Cause I love Prince.
I love
man.
Prince too, man.
Yeah.
Little Red Corvette is my jam for life.
That's crazy. I got a song on my album called Little Red Ferrari.
That's amazing.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Gosh, it's amazing because then all of a sudden, once you realize that nobody gives a fuck, it's liberating. Because what that really gets you to is 2 cents. If nobody's gonna give a fuck when you die, why the fuck you worrying about their opinions while you're alive?
Well, exactly. It's true.
It's very true.
Yeah.
And you know what happens when that happens? Everything becomes light. You know how you felt when you heard the case was dropped? When you can get to the switch of being empathetic and respecting everybody's opinion and not hearing it,
Yeah.
then you start going fast.
That's what's been happening.
Then you can give love to everyone. Then you can be the bigger man in every situation,
Yeah.
which comes around 8 years later. Boop, boop, boop,
That's
boop,
where I'm
boop,
at
boop,
right
boop,
now.
boop, boop. I hear
That's
it. I see it.
exactly where I'm at right now. I stopped giving a fuck. It worked.
And respecting it. Because some
Yes.
people take not giving a fuck as like a negative. I think it's a positive. I
Yeah.
don't give a fuck. That doesn't mean you're bad or I'm great.
No,
It's
it
just a
just-
framework.
Yeah. We gotta keep it moving, man.
That's what's up.
It's Monday to Monday.
Monday to Monday.
The Monday to Monday, you know what it is.
The hustle don't stop from Monday to Monday.
Monday to Monday.
Yo, what's up, everybody? My name is Young Gunner. Monday to Monday.